seeing are hive shots. Now, here we're going to show you a videotape of the collapse.
Our take-home message today is that the reason for the collapse of World Trade Center 7 is no longer a mystery. World Trade Center 7 collapsed because of fires fueled by office furnishings. It did not collapse from explosives or from fuel oil fires.
Have you had any contact with the group Architects and Engineers for 911Truth?
We've had email input from them, and of course we read materials that they might send us or might publish in publications like newspapers or magazines, and we see them. In terms of do we interact with them in a professional setting in the building codes arena or in the technical conferences that we go to, we rarely see them.
Would your team be willing to sit down with them and I guess hash out some of these disagreements at some point, just to lay the whole thing to rest?
Well, I'm not sure that that is necessarily a productive use of time, because you know, the science has to be read, has to be understood, and has to be digested. When you don't have a two-way discussion based on peer-reviewed publications, when you don't have discussion based on solid scientific theories, it really doesn't make any sense.
In August 2008, after a 7-year delay, NIST, the government agency charged with investigating the World Trade Center collapses, released the draft of their final report on the collapse of World Trade Center Building 7 for public comment. In that report, they claimed that the time for the building to fall the first 18 stories, that's the part of the collapse visible on many videos, was 40% longer than it would have taken had it been in free fall. I responded with a video posted on YouTube called WTC7 in Free Fall, in which I showed that for approximately 2.5 seconds, Building 7 fell at a rate indistinguishable from free fall. Furthermore, in that video I showed that NIST's methodology was not a valid way to analyze the true motion of the building. NIST's measurement was not just wrong, it was fraudulent.
They're not really credible. What they look at are perceived anomalies on what happened on 9/11 and trying to extrapolate from anomalies into grand theories. And really, that's not science. A solid science has to be based on a community of experts that understand, have researched, have scholarly publications, a record of scholarly publications in the field, and we really don't see that.
Forgive me for being so forward, Dr. Sunder, and we've left out much of the evidence because we've been asked to cut it short and leave. But time is of the essence for our country now. Therefore, on behalf of the more than 4,600 petition signers at Architects and Engineers for 9/11Truth, and 700 being Architects and Engineers, and to the millions of citizens becoming aware of the deception regarding the destruction of these 3 high-rises on 9/11, I urge you and your colleague, Mr. John Gross, to come clean with your conscience and with the American people who have placed their trust in their government and its National Institute of Standards and Technology. It is not too late to do the right thing. Let's meet and we'll go from there. We'll be returning to Washington, D.C. on November 1st through the 6th, and we can meet with you then if you're willing. Thank you very much.